Go ahead, Vince.
Well, first off, we should let everybody know that you surprised me a little bit on this, right? So I'm not prepared for it. Hey, give me a call. Let's talk real quick.
You don't need to be prepared.
I know
This is what
real
a live
authentic
show
stuff.
is.
But but anyway, let's just establish that this isn't some kind of fake thing, right? This is real.
Bro,
this is how it is.
Bro, I did this because you're an impromptu guy. I know you. And I know,
right.
And I'm not going to let you overthink this because too much analyzation leads to paralyzation.
Truth.
We can't have that.
So let me tell you about myself. I was born in a small town in Northern California. Grew up there for the first 13 years of my life. I moved to Oregon, did some stuff there, graduated high school and all that. Had the opportunity to join the Navy. So I did that. It was a great opportunity for me. I joined before 9/11, and it was a little different, right? We just had the election of 2000. Election of 2000. And then we had the Supreme Court case, Bush v. Gore. And I just didn't, what I'm trying to get at is I didn't expect the world that we were about to encounter. It's kind of similar to what we've seen the last 2 years or so is, you just never know what's going to happen. And you kind of live through these unique times. Yeah. And Rob, both you and I have lived through both of these unique moments in history. So it's kind of a interesting aspect of it. But so joined the Navy. My little funny story about that briefly. I graduated law enforcement school in San Antonio, Texas, Lackland Air Force Base. I never wanted to be a police officer at all, ever. The last
Me neither. I know. They
trick you a little bit. They get you in there. But I wanted to be a construction battalion, Seabees, right? We build, we fight kind of guy. But for whatever reason, the chief at MEPS was telling me that it was going to be a 6-month wait. And I'd already done a couple years of college, and I was like, I'm ready to go now. I've been going to school since I was 4. I'm ready to try something new. And so he says, but we got this rate. It's kind of reopening. It's called the Master at Arms. And he sold me on it and so on and so on. Long story short, I joined. I went to law enforcement school in Lackland, and then I was supposed to be on the USS Tarawa, Gator freighter. Yeah. I was supposed to be on the Tarawa for 4 I think it was a 4-year.
4-year tour. Yeah. You were a first-time sailor. Sure.
Yeah. So it was all good and everything like that. And I got up on the stage, told them where I was going. And then after graduation, a couple days later, MA1 Johnson, still remember his name.
Of course, I remember him very well.
There he says, Sanchez, where are you going? So I said, Sacramento, because I was going on leave, right? He goes, no, where are you going? I said, USS Tarawa, San Diego, California. Not anymore. Come with me. So we're walking, and he goes, aren't you going to ask me why? I said, why MA1? And he said, there were only 2 billets for Master at Arms because the police had to sleep in a different berthing, right?
Yes.
There were only 2 racks, right?
Now let's tell the layperson out there, when you're a Master at Arms in the Navy, you're a military policeman. And what he is saying is you have to sleep in a different berthing. In other words, you're going to be policing that crew. You're going to be apprehending them, charging them with violations of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. They don't want you sleeping in the same berthing area as the people that you're going to be policing. Okay, right. That would be tantamount to me working in the prison all day and then having a cell at night at the prison where I have to mingle amongst the clientele off duty. All right. So not a good idea. It's good you separate and, the cops sleep over here and the rest of the guys sleep here. And so go ahead.
No, that's a great point. And so there were only 2, we call them beds, but racks, right, in the berthing area. And the other Master at Arms that from my class, his last name was Regan, right? Mm-hmm. And so there was Regan and there was Sanchez. And one of the Master at Arms decided to stay on the ship. And so now there was only 1 billet and they went alphabetically. And then Regan got the billet. and they had to place me in a place as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Crazy
okay.
Navy story. You know, that's the way it is, right?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. So I go over and I see Chief Gonzalez, Latino connection. Very good.
Yeah, I remember her.
And she was great. And she
She
goes,
was from New Mexico.
Oh,
she was
yeah.
from New Mexico. Yeah, she's from New Mexico. Yeah.
That's right. And
Yeah,
so was my father. So it was a small town, Las Vegas, New Mexico. So I thought it was really cool. We had that kind of connection, you know. So she goes, I wish I was in your shoes. You get to choose anywhere you want to go, where you want to go. And I have no clue the way things work. But the first thing I was like, Italy. She goes, no problem. We got 3 places in Italy.
Yeah.
You know, she was going Naples, all these places.
Yeah.
And I said, and I don't know any of these places, by the way, right? I'm a recent, you know, Navy.
You were the first. See, when I joined, you had to be an E4 to convert the Master at Arms. See, I was a bosun mate and then converted.
Yeah,
you were the first group. Yeah, you were the first group that came in from E1, and you were allowed, because they were always, the Navy was very leery about having the lowest ranking guys police senior people, because they thought it would go to our heads and things like that. Meanwhile, the Army did it, the Marines did it, but the Navy did it. They wanted you to be a petty officer 3rd class, but then, of course, that changed, and you were the first group that they let in right out of boot camp. And we were very jealous, the guys that had to, quote unquote, pay our dues and had to, like, you know, really get everything signed and kiss everybody's ass to get a fucking letter and all that bullshit. So
yeah, we got it automatic. Hey, we felt a little bit of that, you know, animosity too. Sometimes
I know
we got through it. It was a very unique time.
Yeah,
and I understood where you guys were coming from too. But so she goes anywhere. Long story short, went to Sicily, and she recommended that one because unlike the other 2 places in Italy, they were 3-year tours. And I only signed up for 4. She goes, try it out for 2, and if you like it, then you extend. If you want to go somewhere else, you have that option.